Hello, my name is Toby.
What's up again, YouTube? It's your boy Toby, aka Toby the First, aka aka the boy, aka Mr. Incredible. Yeah, so welcome back for another video, I guess. I'm gonna be reacting to how to escape North Korea. Why I'm watching this, I don't really understand, because I don't think I'm going to be in North Korea anytime soon.
But, if any of you that do watch this, or don't watch this, or anyone that might potentially go to North Korea anytime soon, or perhaps in the future, this video is here to guide you. So, if you're ever stuck in North Korea, just remember, the boy made us.
Min Young is 17. She lives in Hyesan.
Fuck. I did all of that, and I'm not even showing I'm not showing the actual screen for the video.
You stupid!
Nice. Amazing. Sorry about that. Do I need to do the intro again?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
A small town in North Korea. It's located right at the Yalu River, the natural border to China. Across the ice, Min Young can see the other side. Freedom is so close, yet so far. North Korean
Wait, so you have to cross an ice river to get out of North Korea?
You stupid!
Huh.
Freedom is so close, yet so far. North Korean soldiers are nearby, patrolling the area. Min Young takes a deep breath of cold air. Then she makes her first step onto the ice, not knowing that this will be the beginning of an incredible 7-year journey.
7 years? 7 goddamn years to get out of North Korea.
You stupid!
You might as well stay there. I'm not wrong, man. I heard
7-year journey.
7 years.
North Korea is notorious for the oppression of its people and its poor human rights record. North Korea is notorious for the oppression of its people and its poor human rights record.
I'm just reacting to a video, Mr. Kim Jong-un, In no way, shape or form am I connected to these individuals, I am just watching.
Can you
the
shut the
video
fuck up?
And I am reacting.
I'm doing my honest, and I'll try my best to be very unbiased. I have no ties to these people. So whatever they say, I am not involved. Yeah? Whatever they say, I am not involved.
Jong-un, it became even harder for citizens to escape. There are more fences, more guards, and since a few years, there is a new order to shoot.
Why the hell would people need to escape? That's not a country. Escape. There's fences. Escape. Do people actually travel? Do people actually go on vacation from this? Goddamn. Be on site.
Yet, every year, hundreds of North Koreans risk their lives to flee their country.
Wait. So you're not allowed to leave? God damn. Oh, that's peak.
Weeks of grueling desert treks, months in detention camps, and years in hiding. all in the pursuit of freedom. Geographically, North Korea shares borders with Russia, China, and South Korea. Most North Korean refugees want to get to South Korea. There is the shared language and cultural heritage. Most importantly, South Korea actively welcomes defectors from the north with a citizenship. If you look at the map, the direct route to South Korea might seem the easiest, but in reality, very few manage to escape through this path. In between the countries lies a demilitarized zone, and it is one of the most dangerous borders in the world. Oh Chang-sung is one of the ones who managed to get through. In 2017, he made a daring escape through the DMZ.
Bro, this dude looks like he's getting shot at, bro.
Who managed to get through. In 2017, he
I'm assuming this is him.
made a daring
Hey,
escape
this
through the
guy.
DMZ.
You see that?
The ones who managed to get through. In 2017,
Okay, so here's this homeboy.
he
And
made a daring escape through the DMZ. Created after the Korean War, the DMZ is only demilitarized by name. It is heavily fortified with armed guards constantly observing each other. On a quiet Monday afternoon, the tense silence of the DMZ is suddenly disturbed. Someone is trying to escape. Driving a military jeep at high speed, Oh Chang-sung races towards the border. Surveillance footage by the South Korean military captures the intense pursuit. He abandons his car and continues on foot. North Korean soldiers fire multiple shots, hitting him several times. But Oh Chang-sung manages to cross the demarcation line several times.
no way.
North Korean soldiers fire multiple shots, hitting him several times. But Oh Chang-sung
But
manages to
dodging
cross the
bullets, yeah.
demarcation
You
line.
stupid.
I mean,
Collapsing
he does
behind a
escape,
wall on the
man.
South Korean side, he endures for hours until South Korean soldiers rescue him. Escaping through the DMZ
Wait, so he jumped to the other side of the border to South Korea, and he waited hours until South Korean soldiers came to rescue him. Surely that doesn't start like some sort of war, I guess. Okay, not war, but like some sort of, like, obviously, the fact that people are trying to escape your country means they're not allowed to leave, So, if your neighboring country is aiding your citizens to escape, surely, he'd do something drastic, right? Or am I tripping?
Maybe.
is extremely rare. Survival chances are near zero. Another rare, extremely dangerous escape route to the south is by sea. Somewhere along the southeast coast, a North Korean man enters the ocean. The man is
Shout out to all the people that can swim. If you can't swim,
in his mid-20s and equipped with fins and a diving suit. Swimming for over 6 hours and covering more than 3 kilometers, he reaches the South Korean shore near the town of Goseong. Despite being caught on surveillance cameras, South Korean forces only find him later, resting under a tree. He turns out to be a North Korean fisherman seeking asylum. The tides had worked in his favor. Presumably, the man had prior knowledge of the sea conditions. Without, he probably would have drowned. Defecting this way, too, is near impossible.
so the guy did it.
Only a handful of people
I mean, when there's a will, there's a way, I guess.
have succeeded through this route. Similarly, it is extremely rare that North Koreans defect to Russia. The border is heavily guarded, and the river is too deep to cross. The few people publicly known for defecting to Russia are privileged or high-ranking citizens who manage to cross with the help of their connections. Creating 3D animations like this requires a solid understanding of physics and mathematics. A great place to develop these skills is Brilliant. Brilliant makes learning in the Yalu and the Tumen. Some sections are shallow and waist deep. In winter, these rivers offer a rare opportunity. The water freezes solid. For those desperate enough, crossing over the ice might seem deceptively simple. Crossing is just the beginning. The real danger lies on the Chinese side, where defectors face constant threats of capture and repatriation. Min Young grew up in a modest home overlooking the Yalu River. From her backyard, she can see the hazy outline of Chinese villages. Her family is relatively privileged. They don't starve. Her father, a
Bro, I'm so hungry, you know. I don't know. Something about this video about people risking their lives to escape is making me hungry.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
traveling salesman frequently crosses into China for business, while her mother works for the government. In her free time, the mother makes extra cash by trading smuggled goods from China. This is a common practice for North Koreans that live near the border. The poor economic conditions increasingly drive them to find additional income.
Respond! Say something! Yes, Chief. No, Chief. Maybe, Chief. What is it?
Life changes dramatically when Min Young is 14. It's the year 1994. One day, she returns from school to find her father missing. He has been arrested on his way back from China, accused of bribery and corruption. The family suspects he was tortured during his interrogation. Months later, he dies in a hospital. Min Young, her mother, and her little brother are left alone, devastated. Disillusioned, Min Young begins questioning the contradictions she saw around her at an early age. The suffering during the famine, the lies in state propaganda.
Respond! Say something!
And the harsh realities of survival. All build up to a pivotal point. At the age of 17, she makes the life-changing decision to leave North Korea. In under a minute, she crosses to the Chinese side, her heart pounding. Her plan is to visit relatives up north. She seeks a Chinese smuggler who lives by the river. He frequently trades goods with Min Young's mother, and she trusts him. He agrees to drive her into the sprawling city of Shenyang. For the first time, Min Young experiences a world vastly different from the one she had just left behind. Bright lights, bustling streets, and the abundance of food and goods leaves her overwhelmed.
Respond! Say something!
North Korea, back to her family. But then she gets a sudden phone call from her mother. Rumors of her disappearance have spread across town. People suspect she might have left the country. Coming back would be too dangerous now. Her family fears retaliation for letting Min Young escape. So Min Young's mother urges her to stay in China and live freely. Min Young remains in Shenyang. She begins working in a restaurant and learns Mandarin. She lives in constant fear of being caught and adopts several new names to evade detection. One day, two men enter the restaurant. They ask for her and flash their badges. It's the police. They take her away. It's over, she thinks. This is the end. At the station, they question her relentlessly and demand she complete a written Chinese test to prove her fluency.
A written Chinese test. That's like me escaping gun and what?
You stupid.
Oh, gosh.
That's like me escaping, Nigeria or something. Nigeria fleeing to Ghana, and I'm hiding over in Ghana, and they come to me like, we need you to write a test in Chui. Yeah, it's Chui, right? Bro, I'm cooked. Just, take me now, I guess. What? A test in Chinese? She's a 17-year-old girl that grew up her whole life in...
Goddamn.
She does so, hands shaking, constantly at the verge of a panic attack. But she passes the test. It's a narrow escape. Had the officers doubted her,
Wait,
but she
what?
passes the test.
Really? Fez?
It's a narrow escape. Had the officers doubted her, she would have been deported to North Korea without a doubt.
Wait. Okay. Surely though, if you were Chinese, the test they gave you in Chinese, you'd pass because obviously you grew up with the language. Unless you were like. I was about to do something crazy. Move on.
Everything she risked, every moment of her struggle, would have been for nothing. Later, she learns that someone she trusted with her secret reported her to the authorities. In 2002,
It's always someone you flipping know. It's always someone. It's always your day ones, bro. It's always someone you know that's gonna snitch on you, bro.
secret reported her to the authorities. And someone she trusted with her secret reported her to the
Always someone
authorities.
you know, bro.
In 2002, she takes the train to Shanghai. It marks the beginning of a new chapter in her life. In the megacity, she meets a broker who provides her with a new life.
Bro, while I was still being a flipping kid, bro, Shirley was risking her life to escape, to get freedom, bro. Goddamn.
In the megacity, she meets a broker who provides her with a new identity. She spends her entire savings on this ID. With it, she secures a job as an interpreter at a South Korean tech company. As she builds her life in Shanghai, she saves money and falls in love with a South Korean man.
Fairs.
Together, they hatch a plan for her to seek asylum in Seoul, South Korea. After years of hardship, Min Young boards a flight to South Korea. She's so close to freedom. But immigration officers doubt her story. She spends weeks in detention. She is being interrogated over
Weeks.
and over again. Then finally, she's granted permanent residency. She made it. Years later, Min Young uses her savings to arrange the escape of her mother and younger brother. Today, Min Young goes by the name of Hyeonshio Lee. She is a human rights activist.
So,
She's a celebrity now. Surely old boy in thingy wouldn't let this slide and just, get her back. And surely you can just, or their version of the MI6 or like the CIA to like kidnap Shorty and then, or like, yeah, but also, if you're saying all of this, you literally just exposed the method. No one can do this anymore. Like, obviously, when you do something, surely you have a method and you teach people how to, do it. But now that you've become a fucking celebrity and you've told everyone, your story, bro, they're gonna pass that method. So niggas are gonna start thinking of, new ways to escape, and not everyone's the brightest, You gotta look out for number one, right? Speaking
For defectors and advocating for freedom in North Korea. Her journey took over a decade, but her resilience and courage led her to live a life free from fear. We linked her book in the description. Min Young's story is one of pain.
What do you mean you link her book in the description? The method is patched. No one can flipping do that anymore. Like, you heard that saying, fool me once, shame on me. No, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Like, you think that North Korean government is gonna let, Shirley write a book on how to take these guys for dickheads?
Loss and perseverance, but ultimately, it is a testament to the unyielding spirit of those who refuse to live in chains.
okay, I might need to blur some of this out. I know it's on YouTube, so I can watch it.
For most North Korean refugees, escaping through China is unavoidable, but the country usually only marks the first step.
God damn. Wait. This whole bit is China. Is it?
You stupid.
Surely not. It is, you know. Bro, how the hell they get this much land? Damn.
Stop. The ultimate destinations are Vietnam, Thailand, or Mongolia. All offer sanctuary and a route to a
Thailand.
You stupid.
You know, I know certain individuals that want to go to Thailand. You know. Shout out to you, bro.
asylum in South Korea. And as terrible as it sounds, many journeys to get there are much more grueling than Hyunshio Lee's. Shiyun grew up near the Tumen River. While her story is fictional, we drew on various sources to paint a realistic picture.
Actually,
Many sanctuary and a route much more grueling than Hyun grew up near the
oh, where's my phone? Let me call him and see if he's gonna confess. Nah, he's probably sleeping.
Tumen River.
Actually, I'll try. Well, they didn't pick up, so.
While her story is fictional, we drew on various sources to paint a realistic picture. Her family is extremely poor. Shiyun works as a vendor at an unofficial street market. The money she makes is almost entirely spent on food for the family. She once believed her government's promises that the supreme leader would provide for the people.
They called the leader of the country the supreme leader.
Not anymore.
What flag is that?
You stupid.
Oh no, I'm terrible with flags.
You stupid.
Oh, that's North Korea.
Makes is almost entirely spent on food for the family. She once believed her government's promises that the supreme leader would provide for the people.
The supreme leader.
Not anymore.
North Korea.
One day, a friend whispers about a Chinese broker who helps people cross the border for a small fee. He promises shelter, food, and even work. To Shiyun, it sounds like salvation. Is shelter, food, and even
Surely turned out like, bitch, you lie.
work. To Shiyun, it sounds like salvation. Maybe she could make enough money to provide for her family. She and her friend agree to meet him. After weeks of preparation, Shiyun and her friend find themselves waiting by the river on a fresh summer night. A shadowy figure emerges.
You're two preteen girls, and you're meeting a strange man in a secluded area. Like, even the guy looks like a flipping creep, bro. obviously it's a thingy, but let me guess. He's a rapist. No, okay. Well, rapist, pedophile. I got my money on both.
It's the broker. The moon hides behind thick clouds, and the only light comes from the distant glow of Chinese towns across the river. They are ready to cross. The broker leads them through the cold water. Shiyun notices the absence of border guards. Usually there are at least 2 guards patrolling this part of the river. Her
Where are your parents? Why are 2 preteen girls just casually going out with this dude? What's going on here? I know you want to escape, but bro, this guy,
guess the broker has bribed them. On the Chinese shore, a car awaits. The broker insists Shiyun ride ahead alone, claiming her friend will follow in a different car for safety. Namu
You're not separating us. Fuck no. So, I'm gonna assume she's like 12. So 2 12-year-old girls meet up with a strange adult man in a secluded area to cross the river. They cross the river, and SUVs pull up, and they take you in one, and he tells you your friend's gonna go in another one. The fuck are we doing? No. Okay, it's time to go out. I promise you, it's better for them to go back to the supreme leader than go with this guy.
adrenaline, Shiyun hesitates, but complies. She hugs her friend, unaware it's their final goodbye.
yeah, no shit.
As the car drives through the dark countryside, exhaustion overtakes her. Shiyun falls asleep. She wakes to a nightmare.
She's a 12-year-old girl.
The car has stopped in a remote village. The driver tells her she's meeting her new husband.
She was sold to a random, she was sold to, I'm assuming the guy she was sold to is probably in his 60s or 70s. She's told, by the way. She was sold as a bride to a 60-year-old man. Like I said, supreme leaders would be surely way better than this. Words from Chills don't respond. This has to be a joke, but no one seems to be joking. A joke? Well, I know in your head. I know in her head. She's doing all this.
And who would blame her?
Shiyun was deceived. The broker has sold
No shit.
her to a middle-aged farmer. While transiting through China, many North Korean escapees fall into the hands of human traffickers. While transiting through China, many North Korean escapees fall into the hands. Of human traffickers. In the border regions, the traffickers prey on the vulnerable. Promising food and jobs, they target people living in the harshest conditions. Once across the border, hope turns to horror, especially for women. A 2019 South Korean report estimates that 60% of North Korean women in China fall victim to trafficking, many forced into sex trade. For 2 years, Shiyun endures isolation, abuse, and constant surveillance. It feels like a never-ending nightmare. She learns Mandarin in secret and scrapes together money by selling eggs, always planning her escape in the back of her head. One night, Shiyun seizes her chance. With her hidden savings and a few belongings, she escapes. The following weeks, she travels north. She has no plan, no direction, and no one to help her. After months on the run, she stumbles upon a network of defectors in the Koreatown of Beijing. They promise to help her reach Mongolia. She knows going back to North Korea would make her a traitor. This means torture and death for her and her family. She can't go back. This strange faraway place seems like the only chance at a free life, so she decides to go. The only thing standing in her way is the Gobi Desert. The size of Peru, it is extremely hostile to humans, freezing nights, scorching days, and no water.
What
Shiyun-
the hell? The nights are freezing. And the days are scorching. What the hell is this place? And you cross that for freedom. I hear it.
Joins a group of defectors and embarks on a grueling trek.
Would I do
Days
it?
blur into nights as they
Absolutely not. I'd kill myself if I crossed that desert.
walk through sandstorms, share sips of water and little food. After days of walking with almost no rest, Shiyun's feet are bleeding. Only the thought of freedom keeps her moving. When they finally reach the Mongolian border, the group spots a few soldiers. A man from their group volunteers and approaches with a bribe. In case things go south, the others are still able to escape undetected. Shiyun nervously watches as the man from her group talks to the soldiers. Luckily, they are Mongolian and quite supportive. They guide the group to a detention center. Shiyun spends months in a refugee camp before finally being granted passage to South Korea. She is one of the few hundred that make it every year. One has to wonder how many more North Koreans would leave. If only they could.
Seems like the whole country is this. Damn. North Korea. Like I said at the start of the video, you know, I have no
You
ties to
stupid.
these people. I don't know them. You know, I'm just making a reaction video. My reactions are completely unbiased. And I don't wish for any problems. Okay, that's been the video. Appreciate, you know, everyone has watched this video, I guess. And what's that thing YouTubers say? I guess I'm turning into one now.
Can you
like,
shut the fuck up?
share, subscribe, comment, yeah, shout out to bro.